Hi everyone, Taddy back again, and today I'm going to be telling you everything I watched in the month of May. First up is the BFI Blu-ray of Out of the Blue. I tried watching this. I got about 30 minutes in, and I just had to turn it off. I couldn't get into it. It was just not one that was for me. So this will be kindly donated to CEX. The second Blu-ray I watched was Inside with William Dafoe. This is about an art heist that's gone wrong. Basically, William Dafoe's character breaks into like this luxury sort of mansion penthouse thing, art gallery, and of course he presses the wrong button, and of course like the whole place just shuts down. He can't get out. His team abandons him, and he's got to work out how to get out before the food and water supply runs out that was actually in the place. This one, I think this is only like about an hour and 45 minutes, but to me it felt quite long. I was starting to get a little bit bored in places, and I was scrolling on Facebook and Twitter. But the overall, I did kind of like this, but I thought, there was bits where he was mumbling and I couldn't quite work out what he was saying. He was just going, in this film, he was just going mad with, boredom and all that. So, but yeah, I'd watch this again. I'm going to keep this one, but, I think it would have been better if it had audio description, because obviously there's some bits I couldn't work out what was happening. But, I'll keep it. The next two are DVDs. I had to watch these two in order to see chapter 1. So that's probably just giving it away. I watched The Strangers and The Strangers Prayer at Night. The Strangers, I think that's that one, was alright. It was like, these both don't have audio description, even though this one, The Prayer at Night, came out later. And I would have thought at least Prayer at Night would have had audio description, but I didn't. So The Strangers was a bit hard to follow. And of course, like, I watched it one night. Of course, I'm thinking from what everyone else is saying, these are supposed to be really scary movies. And I'm thinking, I've watched it and I'm thinking, I don't actually quite get it, the first time around. So the next night I watched it again. And then obviously a couple of days later I watched Prayer at Night. I really enjoyed Prayer at Night more. That's just my opinion. You could differ. But I really wanted to watch these before I saw The Strangers chapter 1. The next one up is Boris Karloff's Island of the Dead. I love Boris Karloff, he's one of my favourite classic Hollywood actors. This one, he plays like a sort of general from a general, sorry, I can't get my words out. General in an army. And of course, he sort of just tries to take control of this situation where, I'm not going to try and spoil it too much, but basically, something's happening to like these people at a random house on an island, and is he going mad, with what's happening there, and he's just trying to police everything. I'm not explaining this well, but is there like a mysterious illness going around, or is there something more sinister happening? Next one up is Smile. Didn't like this. I've been hearing it was great and all that, and I thought, well, it was a cheap pickup from HMV, and I thought I'll give it a go. And I got about 45-50 minutes in. I got to like the birthday party scene, and I think I am really not enjoying this at all. So just like, I was looking forward to the sequel, because from what I've heard for the sequel, it's going to be like a pop star who transfers like the demon into her fans, and I'm thinking after watching Smile, I'm thinking, do I even attempt to watch Smile 2 when it comes out? I think, is it later this year, or is it next year? So, but I did not like this one. I couldn't get into it. So this will be kindly again donated to CEX. Next up, The Beekeeper on 4K. I did watch this one on Now TV, when it first dropped on Now TV, because I don't have Sky or anything, so I've got Now. And then I imported this from America and I watched it again. I love this film. I love dumb action films. Jason Statham is becoming one of my most anticipated action heroes. I just really, I really liked him in that. No, I didn't. And then I watched Billy Connolly's Big Banana Feet. These boots are famous, and I just like, only Billy Connolly could get away with wearing these, This isn't really about his stand-up comedy. Well, it's about his stand-up routine, but I just like, it's more from traveling to place, meeting people to people, rather than just performing a gig. There is clips and bits of gigs in this Blu-ray, but it's not what sorry, I've got really itchy nose. It's not what I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be like a whole sort of hour and a half sort of gig, but it wasn't. But can't complain, it's Billy Connolly. The next one up, okay, I don't know how to pronounce this one. Is it Cavet or Cavit? I'm not sure. This is on Shudder, but I bought the Blu-ray because it was cheap. But this is a weird one. I'm gonna have to rewatch it again because obviously, I looked at the trailer first. The trailer seemed a bit creepy, and I'm thinking, okay, but I can't even try and begin to explain what this film's about. I didn't get it. So if I don't get it, I can't explain it. So, but I am going to watch this again. Just hopefully I can get more out of it the second time around than I did the first time. And then, and then I watched all the Annabelle films. Annabelle 1, Annabelle, Creation, and Annabelle Comes Home. I've never watched these films before, and of course, Annabelle 1 was good. I did enjoy that. Bit creepy in places, but I'm not really much of a person that watches doll films. So Annabelle 1 was good. Annabelle Creations was the best one for me. I like the fact, how I just like the film the best, and obviously that sort of, I can't remember if it was a post-credit scene or just how the film ended, connects to the first film. And obviously Annabelle Comes Home, it was an alright film. Probably the weakest in the bunch for me, but I still had fun with it, and there's a bit of plastic still attached to it. But it's just like, I just like the main girl's friend in this film just really wants to go inside the haunted room, and of course, if someone says don't go in the haunted room, don't go in the bloody haunted room, So yeah, that was all the physical media I've watched in my collection. I'm now gonna go on my iPad and actually read out a list of what I've watched on streaming and the cinema. So if you hear a noise, it's either going to be my computer going ping or my iPad talking, because obviously I have a software called VoiceOver, and I need it to read my iPad, so also my phone and watching computer. So I have turned it down as much as possible, but you may still be able to hear it. In the cinema, I watched The Fall Guy with Emily Blunt and Ryan Gosling. That was okay. It was based on like a sort of, I can't remember if it was a 70s or 80s sort of TV show with the exact same name. So let me know in the comments if you know any different or any better than me. Again at the cinema, I watched Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes. I really did enjoy this one. You know, it was just like it was just a good film, and of course I can't wait to own it on physical so it can go with my other three. Again at the cinema, I watched The Strangers Chapter 1. You know, I'm really looking forward to Chapter 2 and 3, which I hear is coming out later this year. So I don't know why they're dumping all three chapters all in 1 year. You know, if you want to do Chapter 2 around Halloween and then maybe do Chapter 3 early next year, it might work. But, you know, I don't know if people would want to see all 3 chapters in 1 year sort of thing, but... And then I watched Doctor Who season 14 or season 1, depending on how you want to, you know, phrase it. I've watched episodes 1, 2, 3 and 4. I've got to catch on episode 5, but, you know, no spoilers please. I haven't watched episode 5 yet. And then I watched on Netflix, the Doctor Who was on BBC iPlayer. And on Netflix, I watched The Black Phone. Loved that, you know. The trailer that I looked at originally didn't make me want to watch it. So I left it a couple of months thinking I'll pick it up because I added it to my watch list on Netflix. And then I watched the trailer on Netflix and it really piqued my interest. So I think maybe I watched a bad trailer, or maybe, you know, a fan-made trailer, you know. And then again on Netflix, I watched a nature documentary called Living with Leopards. That was good, you know. I like a good nature documentary, and of course I like sort of history documentaries, which I will be coming up to in a minute. On Netflix again, I watched a limited series of Queen Cleopatra. Enjoyed that. I love Egypt. I love Egyptology. I love just the history of Egypt. So, and then again on Netflix, I watched African Queens. I'm not gonna pronounce this properly, but Njinga. You know, it's a Njinga. Njinga. Yeah, that was so good. I think like Queen Cleopatra and African Queens Njinga, they were only about like 6 episodes long, so they were only like about maybe 45-50 minutes long. So I knocked them out in about in an evening. So and then again on Netflix, I watched. So I'm holding the iPad up too high. I watched we're not talking. I shall watch. I watched Alexander, The Making of a God. I believe that was the limited series as well. That was 6 episodes, and I think that was, yeah, I think that was like half an hour, 35 minutes each. So again, you could knock it out in like an evening. Again on Netflix, I watched Solar System, The Secrets of the Universe. I think that was about like an hour and a half. That was just one long documentary. It wasn't in episodes, so. And then on Apple TV, I subscribed to the History channel, and I've watched Legends of the Pharaohs season 1. I'm currently on season 2 at the minute, but you know, Legends of the Pharaoh season 1 had 6 episodes, and season 2 also has 6 episodes, and I'm on episode 5 out of 6 of season 2. So what the heck? So if you can hear that, someone's actually, you know, in my shed garden just screaming. So apologies for that. And that's all I've watched for the month of May. You know, I watched about maybe 27, 28 things, including, you know, in DVD, streaming, you know, cinema. Hopefully I can do this sort of same for June. So yeah, I've already got a couple of cinema times for the first week of June, so, but that's spoiler alert though. Anyway, take care everyone, see you soon.